Hello folks, and welcome back to another video. I hope you're well. So join me in Sunderland on this wonderful day. It's partly cloudy, the sun is just rising, and it's just beautiful. Thankfully I didn't come out when it was raining, but yeah, it's just lovely views and nice conditions. So I've got some updates to share with you. Actually, let's get to a bit of a quieter spot, then I can fill you in on the details on what's going on and what's happened over the past couple of weeks. It looks a bit sketchy down here, but it's not. It's just rubbish and a bit of vandalism, but it's all good. And slippery steps. And then oddly, I like the smell. It smells like mothballs, and I love that smell. Something's wrong with me. Well, isn't this a nice little spot? To give you an update on what's been going on and what's happening, possibly leading forward. It's sounding hopeful, but I'm not too sure. So I'm always a bit hesitant when I'm dealing with this sort of thing. I viewed that property that I mentioned in my last video. I was expecting it to be, pristine, really well maintained and looked after. Maybe some bit of smelly carpets or something, but nothing too bad because of the price. I got the expression of interest in to see more. It was at £1,300. After putting the expression of interest in, it lowered itself down to £1,250. They lowered the price because it had been on the market for about 2 months. I think there was someone staying there the last time when I expressed interest, but I wasn't interested in being shown around by the tenant. So what I ended up doing is just leaving it. I didn't have a good feeling about it at the time, and this was going back about a month or so ago. Ended up going to see it. It was really worn down. First impressions when I got there, I was going, really, this is the house? It looks so much better on the website. It has wooden windows, the paint's peeling. One of the windows was broken. It had a crack in the double glazing, so the outer panel was broken, but the inner panel was fine. It had a lot of rot on the window frames back and front. It was really not nice. And when I went in, there was a horrible smell like they've had pets before. Just going around the property, it just got worse and worse. The kitchen, the worktop got a laminate on it, but the laminate had started to peel up and buckle and everything, pretty much everywhere. The floor in the kitchen, the floor is lifting, and you can tell because the grout is working its way up. It's the tiles are not sitting flush as they would have been laid. Door in the downstairs dining room was hanging off. There's brown stains all over the carpet downstairs and upstairs. Cracked floor in the bathroom leading right across the whole room, from basically the door to the window, which is straight across. When I stand on the floor, I can move the tiles. There's flex in that floor, which is the reason why the tiles cracked, and it's making me wonder if there's an underlying problem there. All the windows, as I said, they've got, well, most of the windows, there's just one window that doesn't have any problems, which is just miraculous. I don't know why, but all the other windows are rotten. There's problems with the latches, there's problems with the lit hinges, there's problems, the window frames are rotten, the windows themselves are rotten, the frames. I'm worried about some of the panes of glass are loose. What else? There were so many problems with that place, and when I was there I was going, I'm not going to be able to deal with this place. There's just so many things wrong with it, and I don't know what I can and can't do. I was there for half an hour, and me and the agent were just walking around going, this isn't very nice. It's pretty bad. I don't know how it's gotten to this state. It needed maintenance often, but it hasn't had maintenance in maybe a good 4 or 5 years, because if you don't maintain wooden windows and the paint peels and then it gets exposed to moisture, then it leaks in, and then you've got frost as well over here and ice, then that's just going to cause more and more complications, and it's just going to speed up the aging process, and things are just going to go wrong. So I think probably what they really need to do is replace all the windows, which is not great. And then I was thinking, could I go with this place? I was weighing up the pros and cons. Pros, it's in a really nice location. It's in Durham. It's in a quiet and secure neighbourhood. I'm tucked away at the back, so anyone who comes to the property, neighbours would know, neighbours will see everything. We all look over one another as well. Also, the back of the property backs onto an actual like a farm, I think it is. But what would deter me before was the main road being so close. When I say so close, it's about 800 metres away, but there's nothing in between us. And I was thinking, it'll be road noise all the time, like when I was in Warnborough. And actually, I'll cut back to a clip of that when I was back there, because leaving, you know, I was getting all the stuff ready for the removalists. It was my last night there, and in Warnborough where I was living, and you can probably hear all the road noise. I've got roads either side. That's 110k road, 100km road, and you just hear people in the morning powering on, you know, building up their speed and stuff, and it's just constant. Yeah. So where I want to get a place in England is away from all this, and there's a ton of mozzies out, so I'm probably not going to stay out for much longer, unfortunately. But yeah, it's just I want to get somewhere where it's quiet. I was expecting it to be like that, but when I got there, it wasn't that bad at all. So yeah, that was really nice. It wasn't noisy like I thought it would be. I was starting to look at the good points of the place. It's close to town. It's close to the Durham town centre. It's a short walk. There's loads of trails around the area. I back onto basically some fields and some nice trees. I'm not overlooking into other people's properties. We all seem to be nice and private. Seems to be in really nice neighbourhoods. Yeah, it's nice and secure. It's going to be safe. I'm going to be confident in leaving the house for a long period of time. The area's got really fast internet. We're talking about 1.6 gigabytes in terms of internet speeds, which is fantastic, which is definitely what I need. And then I was thinking, you know, like, this property I can probably do up over time. And I also went, I've got to lower the price. You know, I've got to talk to the landlord and lower my price. And talking to the agent, I went down there, showed some photos of the condition of it all, and I said maximum price I'd go to. Remember, the price is $12.50 at this point. I offered a price of $11.50 maximum. The agent got in touch with the landlord. We agreed on a price of £1,200, and I went, deal. Okay, done. And they're going to fix the problems at some point. I just don't know when. It does have old-fashioned radiators, but I do know they work. They're just not as efficient as other ones. I might propose that, you know, we upgrade the radiators in some of the rooms. Did look in B&Q recently, and they were pretty cheap, you know, 50, 60 quid for a radiator, and that's going to really make it more efficient. Central heating. I'm not used to saying it because we don't have it in Australia. All we've got when we basically get a house is nothing. Then you get a reverse cycle, and that's it. Wood burner, but now you can't get wood, at least in Perth anyway. Maybe it's different over east, because yeah, they stopped the logging. So yeah, I've gone through with all the paperwork. I've gone through the referencing. Everything came back good. They're happy with everything they're seeing. Currently it's going over making sure it's getting its certificates and everything sorted. And currently I'm looking to move in on the 10th of January. That's when the keys will get, and then now I've got to work out if it is going ahead. I've always got my doubts. And I'm just thinking, you know what, I don't want to get my hopes up just in case it does fall through. What some of you have told me here on YouTube is that sometimes the landlords you're about to move in, and the landlord goes, actually no, I don't want to lease it out to you, and then they'll take the keys back, and then everything is over, and then you've got a whole load of problems to sort out. That's what I'm expecting. I think that how that would arise is when people go through the landlord directly and don't go through an agent. I think the agent protects you, where the landlord, they can do whatever they wish, you know, and then it just, it cheapens things, but it makes you more liable to problems and everything, and if something goes wrong with the property, there's less for you to fall back on. So yeah, by the way, I've got my beanie on today because it's not really that cold. I've just got an ear infection and it's very painful. I went to Boots to try and get some ear ointment, you know, for sore ears, and they said they don't sell it. You have to go to the hospital or your local GP. You have to get your ears checked out and everything. And I said, well, it's really hurting right now. And he said, what have you been putting in it? And I said, a bit of salt water. And he said, that's good, that should help it. But I think my mixture, what I've been doing, is probably a bit too strong. So what I ended up doing is getting some eye drops, which are basically saline, and saline for the ears. And it's just enough just to, you know, help it a little bit along. And it seems to be working. I've done it. I put a little bit in before I started this video, and yeah, it's working nicely. So I do feel it loosening up. And but yeah, I'm just going to put it in regularly, and yeah, keep it dry as well. So yeah, anyway, so what I've been doing since I applied for the property, I've been looking at white goods and stuff, because I've got to sort out so much stuff. I love vacuum cleaners. I'm going to get a carpet cleaner, you know, the wet vac carpet cleaners, because I want to clean all the carpets myself and make them smell really nice as well, because currently they don't smell nice, and I don't trust whoever's going to do it if they're going to do a good job, or how thorough a job they're going to do. I want to do a good job and nice and thorough. Get rid of anything there. So I want to do all the rooms. That's going to cost me about 200 quid. I'm going to get a Vax, I think it is. Yeah, it's got dual brushes, and it's got a really good system as well, and it dries the carpet as you do it, so that's really good. So yeah, I need a washing machine. It does have one there, but unfortunately, whoever used it last, or whoever was there last, they shut the door on it, and you could see that it had moisture on the inside of the door, so there's going to be mold in there. It's not going to smell very nice, so I'm going to remove that, put it in the garage, and there, put my own one in there. Yeah, I can turn it on every now and then just to make sure it's working fine. Got to get all the appliances. I've got to get some bedding. I've actually ordered myself a self-inflating mattress. You know, the ones with the electric pump, just the cheap ones. With it comes with like a raised area, which is like a pillow. So that's going to work all right until all my stuff arrives. And I've got myself a heated blanket as well. That's on its way from Curry's. So about 80 quid for the two, and that's going to keep me warm and comfortable while I'm waiting for all my stuff to arrive. But now I need to work out when all my stuff arrives. How long do I leave it? Do I leave a 3-day overlap? Do I leave it 4-day, 5-day? Yeah. Do I stay in a hotel in Durham while I wait, or do I just move into the house? Mind you, I don't have anything. I don't have anything with me. I've got a little fridge, but that's not really great. There is a little tavern nearby, but I'm guessing the food is pretty average there. Do I stay? Yeah, so do I use my points that I've gathered up from my stay here in Sunderland and put it towards the hotel in Indigo, which will bring the price down quite a bit? Or do I hold off on that and use those points somewhere else later on, you know, when I'm doing some trips and stuff? Yeah. There's a lot to work out, and then I've got to work out insurances and everything. Also the rental company, the one who does all the checks on you, they were trying to sell me insurance on the property, you know, in case I damage the property in any form whatsoever. They said if there's a stain on the carpet, well, that's wear and tear, but it depends on how bad the stain is as well. They said if there's any damage to the fixtures and fittings, well, yeah, I won't need that. If I damage anything, I will replace it, and I will spend that money, because the cost for the insurance is about £30 a month, which is £360 a year. So yeah, not really what I want to do. I'd much rather save that money, and I think it's just a scam, you know, it plays on your mind if something goes wrong. This will just be a safety measure, but no, so long as you keep a bit of money saved away, you'll be fine. And that money can go towards setting things up and a bit of food, you know. That's 30 quid a month can go a long way. But yeah, anyway, I've got a video that I need to edit, but that'll probably be shown in the future. I went along here recently and took some photos. I was down on the riverbed there. I just haven't gotten the drive of doing everything. And by the way, I might sound a bit down, or I don't know how I sound. I'm just, you know, my ear is throbbing like mad. I'm struggling with sleeping at the moment. Don't have a routine. I feel bad that I'm not communicating with friends. I feel like I'm dropping off the face of the earth in the terms of social interaction, which I am basically, but it's all short term, and I feel bad for my friends that I've left in Australia as well, and everything, and people around the world that I used to chat with often that I don't. It's just how I'm feeling at the moment. It just I don't know, I just can't get in the routine. I can't, yeah. But once I get the house and I get everything sorted, then I'll be off and going, and then I'll be, you know, pumping out a lot of content. I'll be doing a lot of work, and I'm still going to go ahead with my plans, because some of you are saying, what am I going to do for work? Well, I'm going to arrange my own work. I can't work in a normal workplace to have real flexible hours if I were, but if I do things that I like to do and that I'm passionate about, well, not saying that I wouldn't be passionate in the workplace, but I can control everything around me when it comes. So if I'm if I wake up during the night, I can do some work. If I work late, or can work all hours of the day. That's what I basically mean. There's going to be pressures on me to perform, but it's a different way, and it's a lot different, and there's ways that I can control it. Otherwise, if I had to work like most people, I wouldn't be able to, and I'd have to be on a pension, and I don't want that. Been there, done that, hated it. So yeah, that's the reason why I moved here. Anyway, I think I don't know if I've gone over everything. I feel like I have. So yeah, I've got to sort out when are the removalists going to get here, transition between when I'm going from the hotel here down there. Do I stay in a hotel? Do I not? Do I stay at the house? Do I not? I don't know. I can get things delivered, but it would be good to stay in a central place, and be good to get the keys from the office. And where the agent is, it's basically about 150 meters from the hotel. So that's sealing the deal for me, and there's close to food and everything. So I could stay there for 3 nights, from the 10th till the 13th, and then go to the house and get things sorted. So I can get some stuff ordered and get it delivered on a certain day, then get down to the house and wait for all the stuff to get there. Just, yeah, a lot to sort out. And then I've also got to get a car. That's the next big thing. Oh, it's just non-stop. But once I get the house and get all my stuff there, then I can start working on everything and start connecting again, and building things up again. But yeah, anyway, I think that's going to be enough for this video, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Okay, bye for now, and enjoy this view behind me.